This is Christmas.
Hallelujah. Hello, everybody. I'm Drew from the Ditwicks.
I'm Raisin.
Oh, I almost thought he forgot his name there for a second.
I sometimes do. No.
We are on episode 20. Do
Oh.
you realize that?
Oh.
We have done 20 egg videos.
Oh.
We have gotten, let's see, I've gotten Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Caterpie, Weedle, and I'm on Pidgey. So I've gotten 5 shinies within the last 20 videos.
Yeah, and I've gotten Bulbasaur and Charmander and Squirtle.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Raisin got 2 Squirtles after going triple odds for them.
Well, here it comes. Here comes the moment we've all been waiting for. There it is! Residue, pepper, rent, and down payment. And if you missed it, rent because this was the, how much? Like, probably 1,700?
Probably over 1,700, yes.
Because it was long overdue. And down payment because we just had to do it early.
Yep. Way under odds, like 12 eggs.
12 eggs after I got the shiny. I got
Oh, that
down
is
payment.
crazy. That's a slap to the face.
God,
honestly.
I hate Squirtle.
If you watch his reaction, it feels like a slap to the face.
I was so
Just watch it.
unimpressed. I did not want it.
I was all like,
You were more excited. You had more. I said,
yeah, you were just done with it at that point.
I knew I was gonna do it too because I'm just like, well, it's about time. So, episode 20.
Episode 20. So, what? For those who don't know,
the second annual.
Every 10 episodes, we just ask people to ask us questions. We want to do a Q&A every 10 episodes where it's just you ask whatever you feel like it. Usually, I'll discuss a topic on Twitter, Tumblr, ask your guys' opinion, and we talk about that topic. This one is just any topic, whatever we want. Whatever you want, we'll just go all the way.
Like, what the heck do y'all want to know? And we will answer it to the best of our abilities.
The best that we can.
So that's what we're
Our
gonna do.
abilities aren't the best.
This episode. So I hope you guys are excited, and we're obviously gonna read y'all's comment, and I think we're gonna put their links in the description below.
Yep.
Of all the people who asked questions.
Thank you all for asking questions.
Yes,
If you
thanks so
guys
much.
want to be included in the next Q&A, ask questions underneath this video as well.
Put it in the comments.
Like, you don't have to follow us on Twitter and Tumblr. You just put it under this video.
And if you are on Twitter, you can either comment on the latest Q&A announcement.
Yeah, we'll have another post.
Because we have a question here that got put onto the first Q&A 10 weeks ago, that we didn't get to read because it was a bit too late. But we're gonna read it today. So if you have a question that we didn't answer, or you want answered, you can comment on Twitter in the comments, or just be on the lookout on Twitter or Tumblr if you're on those. And because we'll post that we're going to be doing a Q&A soon, and you can ask your question then.
Username the Ditwicks for both of them. We have the full domain name for both accounts. Love that. I'm glad that we're so original on our name.
We've coined it.
You know,
Tis
everything
us.
is the Ditwicks.
But with that,
I'm going to go to our first Q&A video because people ask questions underneath that. Stillick X says, currently watching and love listening to your answers.
Aww.
Love to do shiny hunting next time as well because I haven't done it yet. He does have his own YouTube channel, everybody. Go check that out.
Check him out. Subscribe
If you're accepting questions, here's mine.
Which we all.
Did you like Terrestrial Phenomenon as the new form change in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? If it's up to you, what do you suggest as a new gimmick or form change for the new game? Okay, so I guess we can state our opinions on Terrestrial first.
I think it's a cool concept.
It's a good gimmick idea. It is new. And Game Freaks, they're always trying to do something brand new for the gimmick.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. I think it's a cool concept. I think we kind of both don't like the little tiaras they have.
Yeah, that's the only thing I dislike. If it wasn't for the big head accessories, I think it'd be fine. If they had an option where it's like, okay, you can turn it off, and we'll just have a little symbol saying what type it is now, I'd be like, okay, I'll just turn that on. get rid of the head accessories.
Because
I'm not
I mean,
a big fan.
this can change a lot about how the game is played, and especially like with competitive.
Competitive's going to
as
be
well.
so wild.
Like obviously, we don't know like all that's going to be going into the terrestrialize gimmick thing. But I'm fairly certain this is gonna freaking change competitive and how we play it and whatnot.
There's gonna be one Pokemon that is so busted with this mechanic.
Yeah, cause I don't know. I don't know how much of the gimmick has been revealed because I haven't been watching any of the new trailers. I've only seen
we've
like
been
the
trying
first
to
two.
avoid them.
It's very hard to do. So I don't know if like it's gonna just add the typing to like let's say
It changed. Okay, so I did see. I did look into it some more.
Mm-hmm.
They did have this small video of a colossal terrestrializing.
Okay.
And of course, you know, it's rock fire.
Yep.
When it terrestrialized, it went to a pure water type. So
Okay.
when a water move was used on it, it was not
effective.
very effective. And it had
Okay.
it had the steam engine ability. I think that's the name of it.
Yeah.
Where basically if it's hit with a water move,
Like raises.
it
its
raises
speed, don't
its attack and speed by 2. So
Good
not
God.
only did the water move not do anything to it,
So it just
but
negated
it also
its weakness.
raised its stats
Oh Lord.
while becoming a full water type. So it does change the full type of the Pokemon.
Okay. That's okay. I think
So-
I prefer that.
Yeah, it's a good gimmick. The only thing I just dislike is the hat accessories. I guess another thing, they try to give you a new gimmick in every single game. So I feel like they purposely stopped doing megas so they could have new gimmicks,
Yeah.
which makes me sad because I really want megas to come back.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, no. Dynamax took place of the megas because then it's like every Pokemon could have a mega evolution pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
and they're doing the same thing again with terrestrialization. It's
Yeah.
strange because it's like, yeah, megas do only prioritize certain Pokemon.
I mean, they got it close with Gigantamaxing. I mean, it's somewhat there.
Yeah,
Like they kind of like change the way they look, and also just get big.
right. So I mean, I feel like it does take away some of the things I like.
Mm-hmm.
Gimmick is good. Hats don't like. The only
What
hat
I
I do
am-
like,
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen it. If it turns into a ghost type, it does the original ghost sprite for their hat accessory, like the little
Yeah, like the
thing that you encounter
the
in
little thick ghost thing.
yeah,
Like the Marowak mom thing.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty cool. That's a nice.
That's
a nice.
nice. That's kinda cool.
comeback.
That's kind of clean.
Um,
What I hope for this gimmick is I want to be excited to use it, because I didn't at all use Z move in Alola. And Dynamax, I don't think I used it in my first playthrough of it, of Sword and Shield, like throughout the story. I don't think I used it that much, just because like I wasn't like really excited for it. So I hope terrestrialization makes me excited to use it.
okay.
And also what I hope for is like I guess we can go back to the Colossal example, how it turned into a pure water type. I hope like if you get another Colossal, it could be like a pure ground type or a pure poison type.
I feel like that's going to be the whole point of raids. If you want a certain Pokemon with a specific type, you're going to have to do raids and hope that you get it.
Yeah,
Um,
so it's gonna be like a lot of RNG based type
Mhm.
thing. That's what I hope for, to make it like somewhat difficult, because that'll make shiny hunting even.
Shiny hunting's going to be weird.
Like you could have some very rare Pokemon, because I would assume like it's not gonna be like a whole like, oh, it's just a 1 in 18 chance to get this certain typing. Like I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's gonna be typings more rare than others, if this is the case. I would hope so, because like you can get like a shiny of the rarest typing Terrestrialize, like that'd be insane.
I feel like one Pokemon is going to end up becoming like another Electros due to this typing. I mean, you could technically,
Well, I don't know,
like,
cause
I mean, you find a Probopass and make it electric type, and you've made it an Electros.
Yeah, I guess that
Think
works
about
with
that.
Pokemon with Levitate.
Yeah. So any Levitate Pokemon can almost become, invincible in a way.
Yeah.
So find the best stat Pokemon with Levitate.
So they
give
keep
it
their
electric.
ability. So they keep their ability.
Yes.
Okay.
Because, like I said, Steam Engine, set up after it terrestrial. I cannot say that. It is so hard. Terrestrialized.
Sure. Close.
Let's move on to our next question.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
Wait.
I just thought of this.
What?
Yeah, I think of Gardevoir. Gardevoir can have the ability Trace. So it traces the ability. So you could have like a Pokemon with Trace as well. Trace, I guess, Levitate. So then you have a invincible... Well, I guess not an invincible... Well, if it becomes a pure electric type, then yeah, an invincible Gardevoir.
God, that's so crazy to think about. Watch them not put Gardevoir in the game.
No, it is in the game. I remember seeing it in the trailer.
Yeah, it's in the trailer.
Yeah!
Yes, that's right.
Heck yeah.
But the second part of the question is, if it's up to you, what do you suggest for the new gimmick or form change?
Oh, I'm not good
What would
with
I
this.
suggest?
I'm not good with this.
Yeah.
As like a new gimmick?
Yeah, I guess so.
So I guess we can't just say, bring back Megas.
Yeah, that's the first thing I think of. Ah, geez, that's kind of a hard question. I know we asked for these questions, but...
I don't just want to say like, well, I don't know.
Well, I feel like I would want to put more thought into it, at least.
I mean, I feel like I've put...
I really liked what Megas did.
You know what? This could be, you could argue like, this could be like something bringing them back. But it only happened once. I'm pretty sure, well, you could argue Sun and Moon. This only happened in Black and White. Black and White 2, specifically. And
I know what you're talking
and
about.
in the
Fusion.
Oh,
yes.
I would like that.
Okay.
Though that would take a lot of... Because my ideal one, fuse all Pokemon. Like, just fuse 2 Pokemon together, any 2 Pokemon.
I feel like that's a little bit too unnatural, though.
I mean, yeah, it is.
I mean, I don't... Maybe I wouldn't want that, actually, now that I think about it. I feel like it works with certain Pokemon. Specifically, legendaries.
Yeah, maybe do it with, like, Megas. Like, there are some Pokemon able to fuse with each other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The
like,
ones that make sense, like a Ditto.
Like, I don't know what the lore would be behind all that would be.
Yeah, that would need some work.
Yeah.
That would need a lot of work. But I do like the idea of cross genetics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe, like, have a Stantler and Deerling able to breed and have, like, a crossbreed of that. Have a completely new species. I've always wondered about that. I thought that would be cool.
Yeah.
That's not much of a gimmick, but it is a new mechanic.
I mean, that would be just like a new Pokemon.
So I guess we'll give Game Freak a little credit here. It's hard to come up with new ideas.
It is.
Personally, I just like the old ideas.
True.
And like I said, I don't dislike terrestrialization.
Yeah, like, I can't sit here and say, like, oh, I don't like the new gimmick, because I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, so...
I haven't tried it yet. I'll let you know.
I'm excited for it. I think it's a good idea.
It's a good idea on paper.
At first, the theories about the gimmick was that it would add a typing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's too much. That's too much of a brain headache.
That would make the type charts and the effective, not very effective, and super effective charts very intricate.
It would be freaking
Because, like, if you had a
annoying.
Colossal that was fire, water, and rock type.
There's so much that goes into that. I don't even want to think about it. It gives me a headache.
Yeah, it would give us all
We can deal with 2 typings. 3's too much. So I like changing the new typing to just 1. So this is also from our first Q&A. This is from Purple Charizard, which he does follow us on Twitter. Shout out to you, dude. Can you guys make your Pokemon teams, please? I'm curious. So we can just point out our actual teams.
Done.
For this question.
Done.
So for my team, my
Like-
main Pokemon team that I use, Porygon Z, Haxorus, Alcremie, Toxapex, Drift Blimp, And did I say 5 or 6? Oh, Chandelure. That's my main team.
Because you looked at my screen?
No.
Okay.
I thought of it at the last second. At first I was thinking I already said it, but I realized I didn't. So, Raisin, what's your full team?
Now, are we talking about, like what do we mean, like, full team? Because, like, yours is, like, your shiny team that you use.
I consider that my main team. That has become my favorite team that I love.
Okay.
I shiny hunted them specifically because I wanted to use them on a team.
Okay. So I should just do my, like,
Yeah,
super
do your main team, because I don't think they don't really know.
Okay.
Me and you talk about it all the time, but they don't.
I feel like I probably have talked about this.
Maybe in some videos, but not everybody watches every video.
Yeah. So my team, it's a super balanced team that I constructed, and I also don't think we've talked about this, but we're making Pokemon games for each other.
Yeah, that's a video on its own.
Yeah, so we'll get into that. Another video topic. So we're making Pokemon games for each other. I'm making one for him. He's making one for me. And in his game that I'm making, obviously it's gonna focus on him, but I'm gonna be one of his rivals, and this is the team I'm going to have in that game. Spoilers.
I already knew you were gonna do your main team.
Oh yeah. So
I have his main team memorized.
So I'm gonna have a Swampert because it's my favorite starter. One weakness, it's insane. Gonna have a Hydreigon because it's my absolute favorite Pokemon ever in the world. Lucario, second favorite. Gardevoir, third favorite. And then I'm also going to have a Chandelure because come on. It's right here.
I love how we're the Ditwicks and we both shared a favorite Pokemon slot that is related to our mascot.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So
that wasn't planned either.
I'm also going to have a Chandelure. And then, Pokemon we talked about before in the previous question, I'm going to have an Electros.
Mm-hmm.
No weaknesses, and it's an Electro-type, fairly decent one. So, that's my team.
Those are our main teams.
I don't really... my team, I hate doubling up on typings. I can't stand it. It messes with my OCD so much.
I guess that makes sense.
So I try to cover...
I don't think I reused the same typing.
I haven't. Listen, you have Haxorus, Dragon, Chandelure, Ghostfire, Porygon Z,
I doubled up on Ghost.
You idiot.
Drifblimp and Chandelure.
You stupid dumb nuts.
But that's fine. Drifblimp is Ghost Flying. Chandelure is Ghost Fire. They're both very different enough.
Oh, Chandelure has some great coverage.
And Drifblimp and Chandelure, completely different stats.
Mm-hmm.
Use them in two completely different ways.
Yeah.
Chandelure as an attacker, Drifblimp as a staller and minimizer.
True.
I love its minimizability.
Chandelure can get some good coverage. It can get Psychic. It gets Energy Ball.
Yeah, I have it on. I have Energy Ball.
Wow.
Mine has Energy Ball, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Fire Blast, I think.
Well, then this thing is so powerful, it can just 2-tap water types.
I can't tell you how many times my Chandelure has gone up against a water type, and then someone also sending out a water type to deal with my Chandelure, and just I Energy Balled him and one-shot him.
Yeah.
Like, they thought for a second they had me.
Chandelure is just so good.
Because it outspeeded them, and I'm like, yes, I love this
Give
thing so much.
Give it an air balloon for ground types as well.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's my complete balance team. I don't have any dual typings. It's some of my favorite Pokemon ever. And yeah, so if I had a team in real life to travel the world with, I'd want that team.
Yeah, same for me. I love the team that I have.
Heck yeah.
Ghostbred Avni, he's commented a few times. Shout out to you, dude, on Tumblr. He says, do you have any Pokemon fan works you really like? Comics, fan games, etc. This is a question I knew you were going to be excited for.
Am I going?
Yeah, go.
Pokemon Reborn!
Yep.
Let's talk about it.
So much.
Talk about it. If you saw the last episode, I talked about it so much. Pokemon Reborn is a fan game. I played a lot of fan games, actually. Pokemon Reborn takes the cake. It is probably the hardest Pokemon game I've ever played. Pokemon fan game I've ever played. It's very, very well made. It's been in development for like 10 or more years. It's quite literally insane. It's got
a lot of work and love went into making that game.
Yes, it did. It consists of all Pokemon up to Generation 7. It's got Megas, it's got Z moves in it.
Fan-made Megas?
Fan-made? No.
Or it has, well, they're not Megas, are they?
Well, they're not Megas. It's like, it's a certain,
it has, like, certain sprites.
Yeah, it's a certain aspect, and they're called pulses, which they kind of amplify a Pokemon's power, and it kind of changes their form. It's what the evil team in the game uses, and they look very nice as well. Kind of like Mega Evolutions, but in an evil fashion.
Yeah, I've seen some of their designs. It's crazy.
So good. They got custom shinies as well.
All the shinies are so great in that game.
It's really, if you play it for the first time, it's well over 100 hours of gameplay. They got 18 gyms, one for every type, a very difficult Elite Four, and they recently finished it a few months ago. They completed the game and added the post game. And first off, the post game, where you can get all the legendaries, they have a quest for every single legendary, like a little story thing for every legend, which is amazing. And apparently it's got a good post game as well. Like, the post game was described as it could be another separate game with how long it is.
That's crazy.
So, and the story of it, phenomenal. I love the story of it. Like I said, it's one of my favorite games. I've played it so many times, and when they finished it, they added to where you can add like kind of some like customizations of how you can play. So you can add in to where like you can play with a Nuzlocke. You can play with a randomizer.
Oh, I didn't know they added that.
You can play like with like mono types. You can only use one type. Different quality of life things like that make the game so well. It's got like a whole website and a Discord. It's so good.
Yeah, I've seen the website. The website looks fresh.
It's very fresh. It's very nice. So it takes the cake, and it made me love so many Pokemon. And if you want to know more about that, you can go listen to the last episode where we talk about our favorite underrated Pokemon. Most of, if not all of them, my love for them really came from Reborn.
Because that game really helps you learn to love Pokemon you didn't think were good originally, but are very good for very specific scenarios. Yeah, like, the beginning to mid-game, you were very limited with your Pokemon options, so you had to use these ones that you've never really got to use because they weren't, quote-unquote, popular. So, I mean, it was amazing. I mean, I love it so much. Who would have thought Volbeat's so great?
Who would have thought?
Not this guy.
Not me. Now I do. I've seen the ways.
I've seen the ways of the Volbeat.
So that is obviously my favorite Pokemon fan game, or Pokemon fan anything. Some other ones that are up there for me is Pokemon and all these Pokemon fan games. Pokemon Insurgents, Pokemon Uranium. Uranium was really good.
That was a big controversial
Real
game
great
when
story.
it came out.
And then there were just like some ROM hacks here and there, which take the mainline Pokemon games and just put changes into those.
Yeah.
And kind of make it like a more difficult version of those games. So, let's see. I remember like kind of like very like in a non-fan game one. I remember like we wanted to make a kind of Pokemon themed story and call it Pokefools or something like that.
Yeah, it was going to be kind of like a comic story.
Yeah. I always love like kind of daydreaming about like what if Pokemon were real and stuff like that, kind of like making Pokemon stories.
Yeah, it's fun making fan stories, and like I said, we're making fan games for each other to play. There's a very fun creative process, especially when it comes to involving it in the Pokemon world. Because the Pokemon world itself is just so fun. It's like something we base a lot of our life around.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have like an extremely favorite Pokemon fan game. I don't really play a lot of fan games. It's more of like your thing.
Yeah.
I will say though, the fan art in the community.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing. I love so much seeing Pokemon designs created from scratch from other people, thinking, oh my god, this would be absolutely amazing if this Pokemon was real.
Yeah.
And then ultimately being disappointed when I see real Pokemon. Like, I've seen so many final evolutions for the starters in Gen 9. Like how other people are predicting them to be.
You get your hopes up.
Oh my god, I've seen so many cool fan arts.
You are getting your hopes
and
up.
I know I'm going to get disappointed when it's not as cool as the ones I've seen. But hopefully I'll learn to like them over time. Still haven't learned to like the Gen 8 starters, final evolutions. Don't know if they'll ever grow on me, honestly.
I think we're gonna like the ones in Gen 9.
I hope so.
I think
really
we're gonna
hope
like
so.
them. I think we're gonna like them.
God, there's so much good fan art. But yeah, that's the thing I like the most from the community when it comes to fan stuff.
So I would say if you want a fun and challenging game to play, that's Pokemon. Do Pokemon Move 1. Because, like I said, it was the hardest game I've ever played, and I nuzlocked it too. And I stayed true to it. I tried to I was at gym 6 or 7, and I had to reset my game because I got clapped.
And just be warned, it's more of like a rated R Pokemon game.
Yeah, it's not for children.
Yeah, it's not a children's game.
It's not family friendly at all.
Yeah,
it's
not
more
family
of an
friendly
adult.
like how we try to be.
So there's your warning. Proceed with caution. But yeah.
Yep, there you go. Shiny Fish says, "Oh, what's your favorite region / Pokemon gen and why?" We talked about this in another video, but we can answer this in a short answer form.
Yes, we can.
My favorite, I stated in that video, was Gen 3. Gen 3 was my first generation, so a lot of nostalgia goes for it. I think I've spent the most time in Gen 3 as well. Thought the legendaries were so cool. First game I was ever exposed to. Love it so much. And his favorite game was?
My favorite game and region was Generation 4, Sinnoh, because it was the first Pokemon game that came out when I was a fan. Because I became a fan in Gen 3. And Gen 3, close second for me. I spent so much time in Gen 3 as well. But Platinum, I love Pokemon Platinum. I love Diamond and Pearl because it was so it was challenging. The Elite Four was challenging. Cynthia,
best champion.
Oh, say it again.
Best champion.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
No
yes.
contest, really.
Holy Lord.
Super balanced team.
Cynthia,
real threat.
Cynthia made me use cheat codes. That's what she did. I love it. I love the music, the story,
Music's
the
so good.
Pokemon in the game.
Gen 4 has best music. Gen 4 was my second favorite
calm
movie.
Calm down. We've had this discussion.
I stick to
We've
that.
had this discussion. It's Gen 3, best music.
It's weird you say that. You're complimenting my game. I'm complimenting your game. I'm like, hold up. Wait a minute. No, your game's the best. No, your game's the best.
But yes, I love Gen 4. I love Sinnoh. Again, it's so nostalgic for me. Yeah, I love it. Some of my favorite Pokemon come from Gen 4. Gen 4 is the only region to where I love all the starters.
I love all. Gen 1 all the way to Gen 4, I like all the starters. There's not a starter I dislike from Gen 1 to Gen 4. That's saying something. Gen
4, I would use any of the starters, and I'd be happy. I'd be so happy. I could make it work. I would love them so much. I love Torterra. I love Infinite.
The one I used the least is Empoleon. And I used that in Legends Arceus, so I did officially use it. Not bad Pokemon at all. I just always prefer Torterra.
Water Steel is a great type.
It is a good type.
My favorite thing about the Gen 4 starters is they could all beat each other.
Yeah. They all have something on each other.
No matter what you chose. If you choose...
Empoleon could Ice Beam Torterra. Torterra could Earthquake Infernape. Infernape can Close Combat Empoleon.
Mm-hmm.
Or, what would it have for Torterra? It would have...
Fire.
Fire, yeah. Sorry, I was right the first time and then I messed up.
Yeah. So they could all beat each other in some way, shape, or form. And that's what I love. So, it's really an even playing field with all of them. And that's not, in any way like how it is for like all the other ones. But
well, you could argue Gen 2, grass, fire, water. They don't have anything.
I mean, with like their respective titans.
Yeah. You're right.
I just love Gen 4 so much. It's so iconic and so nostalgic for me. I'd play Gen 4 any day. Except BDSP. That's not Gen 4. Not my Gen 4.
I don't like BDSP.
Not my Gen 4.
I hate that I'm playing it right now.
That's not my remake.
I hate shiny hunting in this game. If you want to know our favorite regions ranked, there is a whole video for that. It's 2 hours long. So if you have the time, go check that out. We get into depth reading other people's stuff, stating our own opinions. Hope we don't make anyone mad with dissing some of the gens.
Yeah, if you get mad, get over it.
Yeah, we're all friends here. Hidden Gem. So he makes some really good Pokemon videos. Big shout out to him. I watched one where he did a race with what would be better, Scyther or Scizor, playing it all the way through, and I believe it was Gen 2, and he beat the game faster with Scyther than Scizor. He goes into great detail and depth in the whole video, explains like he talks over the whole video, explaining what he did here, how he gets through here. Like it, such a good YouTuber. He's just starting off. He's doing great. Love his content. So professionally made. He said, "Okay, how about this? Which Nintendo handheld is your favorite and why? And to you, what is the worst designed Pokemon that is also popular?" So 2 questions here. Favorite Nintendo handheld? Okay, I have something good to say about every single one. First off, the Game Boy. I played on the Game Boy more than any other console. That battery... Huh?
Which Game Boy?
Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
The battery is still amazing. It holds its charge for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Like, I wish the battery in the Game Boy was in my iPhone. Like, it's... like, I wish iPhone's batteries were as good as the Game Boy Advance. Because that thing, I have used it so much, and it's survived, like, what, freaking 20 years of playtime?
Hey, yo, Nintendo, make phones.
Like, yeah, it's like, no kidding. Like, so Game Boy, it has the best battery, in my opinion. I've broken a DS because of the touch screen. They are a little delicate, especially the older ones. The one I broke was an older one. Plus, when you're a kid, you're kind of rough on it.
Yeah.
But the DS had a lot of charm to it. But this is, it's a handheld HD game that can be put on the TV or portable whenever you want.
To be fair, I don't really use the portable Switch.
I do.
I know you do. I don't really.
I remember one time I was shiny hunting, and you went with me with my parents to a restaurant, and I was playing my Switch at the table. Do you remember this? We all went to an Italian restaurant. It was me, my dad, my mom, and me. I brought my Switch. I was just playing it at the table.
Really?
And you're like, you remind me of like when we were a kid and we would like play DS at the lunch table.
I remember I brought my DS to my stepbrother's wedding in California. And I played it at like the reception dinner.
Dude, I would bring my DS
because I was bored. Like, what am I gonna do at a reception? Dance? Nah, dude.
But yeah, man, like even as a full-on adult, I played my Switch at the Thanksgiving table, shiny hunting Ice Cube, when Sword and Shield came out. So I would say the Switch, just because it has a lot more going for it. It's like I said, you can put it on a dock and put it on the TV, which is what I wanted my whole life as a kid. I wanted to play Pokemon on the TV with a PlayStation controller. And I got my wish. So I say Switch. What about you?
I feel you there. Like, I've always wanted to, like, play Pokemon with a controller on the TV because I don't know. Is there something more pleasing about it? Because, like, we've spent a lot of time, like, playing PlayStation.
Yeah.
A lot of games on there.
I feel like we would not play this game this much if we had to, like, be on our DSs all the time.
True.
I don't feel like this channel would be, like, that satisfying to watch. Or... I feel like it wouldn't be as good as what we're making it out to be starting off.
True. But I would say my favorite is probably the Game Boy. That was like a square and like you flip it open.
Game Boy Advance.
The Game Boy. That was the Game Boy Advance.
Yes.
What was the one that was just like a?
That was Game Boy and Game Boy Color. They were both just a box.
Like this. Like
yeah.
That like a little.
Oh
thick.
wait, I think that was a Game Boy Advance too, but that was like the first model of it before they did a flip. So I think that was also a Game Boy Advance.
Okay. Because that's what I thought. But yeah, I like the flip Game Boy. Like
yeah,
it had
that's
light,
the only ones I've had.
It had the light built in. Because I don't know. Because I wish I had mine today. I lost mine years ago. When
I've kept up with all
when I moved houses.
Yeah.
I lost that and my Nintendo DS actually, and which got me into ROM hacks actually.
And your Pokemon Platinum.
And no, I lost Platinum when I went to Asia.
Oh, did you lose it at Asia?
I lost Pokemon Black 2 when I lost my
on
Game
a cruise.
Boy. I don't think it was on a cruise.
I feel like you said you lost some game on a cruise.
I probably did. No, I lost my Pokemon Emerald and my Pokemon Black 2 when I moved houses, along with my... Because Emerald was in the Game Boy and Black 2 was in the Nintendo. So I lost those.
I don't know why, but I have a vivid memory of, like, you losing your Game Boy and a Pokemon game in the Game Boy on a cruise. I'm picturing, like, the boat, like, rocking back and forth, and it just slips out of your hand and slides all the way down to the edge of the boat.
Room and off the deck.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm picturing that, but for some reason that's a very vivid memory.
I don't think that happened.
I don't think it happened either.
I don't think it
But that's how I remember you explaining to me what happened.
Okay. Moving houses. You went on a cruise and you lost the... No. I would say the Game Boy because, like I said, I wish I had mine today because if I could turn it on and like hear ding,
so satisfying.
Like one of those.
I love playing the Game Boy, dude.
Oh, it would just bring back so many memories because like I guess like that's where I started, like with Pokemon, of course.
I remember playing the Game Boy when I was like 8 all the time.
Yeah, I do too. I remember we went on a school trip and I had the Game Boy, the first model one, like the box one, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! And I remember that was my Game Boy, and I remember we were in a hotel for something. I can't remember what it was, Fine Arts or something.
That wasn't the Washington trip.
It could have been. I stayed with Michael Prather and I think Stevie Griffin.
I think that was the Washington trip.
Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
that's when me and him first
yeah
showed our obsession with Pokemon.
Yeah.
I like to think of that as our origin story, because that was when me and you played Pokemon the whole trip.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing that stood out on that trip.
Yeah.
Was just me and you playing Pokemon.
That's the only thing I remember.
Me and you
about
being
that trip.
excited about Pokemon.
The only thing I remember about that trip is that. And us singing Life is a Highway.
Life is a driveway.
But that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was my version. So what's your favorite? Game Boy?
Yeah, I would say the Flip Game Boy.
Okay. Flip Game Boy Advance. What is the worst designed Pokemon that is also popular?
Charizard.
No, that thing has amazing design.
I'm kidding.
You can't argue with that.
Chill
design.
out, everyone.
Best designed Pokemon that is also popular?
Well, what's popular?
I feel like Incineroar.
Yeah.
I don't like its design, and it's very popular.
Yeah.
Do you agree with me on that one? At first, I was thinking.
Yeah.
At first, I was thinking the newest starters, but I'm like,
I don't think.
I don't think the most popular of the three is Cinderace, and I don't think it's as bad as Incineroar, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I just really don't like Incineroar. It reminds me of furry art. Not if you are. I'm not against you if you are a furry, but it's just not my thing. All right, so we both agree on that one. Unless you have more thoughts.
I don't know. What are some popular Pokemon?
I think of Mewtwo, Charizard, Pikachu, Lucario, Gardevoir.
I don't really like Dragonite's design.
It's funny because you just started playing that in Unite.
You
said you loved it.
I love it. I love it as.
I don't think it's a bad design. I think it's a very lovable but threatening dragon. Like, you
Yeah.
know its stats are going to carry it through, so it can be intimidating, but it's also like something you would hug. the big lovable dragon. I don't think you should hate it.
I mean, I don't know. I just see Dratini and I see Dragonair.
I love Dragonair's design. I hope they make a regional where they follow that specific line.
Yeah.
But maybe like a Dragonair evolution that isn't Dragonite, that looks more like a Dragonair.
Yeah,
I love that.
I want like a little noodle thing.
That would be so freaking dope.
Like, I don't know. I feel like it could have been better. Dragonite's dope, don't get me wrong. I don't know. I feel like its design just could have been a bit better.
I'm not against it. I don't just...
Like, I know Gen 1 is like kind of all cliche Pokemon and stuff like that. Like Dragonite to Dragon.
I do wonder why they chose 2 orange dragons. I know Charizard is not technically dragon, but they are based off dragon. So it's interesting that they had 2 orange dragons in the same gen, where there was only 1 dragon type.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have made it a different color. Oh well. I don't hate it. I think I'm more against Incineroar.
Yeah, like, I don't hate Dragonite or anything like that. It's just, its design is kind of just like...
It does fit in the popular category,
I'm
so
like,
it works. The Legendary Hero says, favorite YouTuber to watch? This ain't Pokemon related, but I really like Good Mythical Morning. I watch their stuff almost daily sometimes. I watch it in the morning before work because they have such a specific schedule of like being a morning routine for you to watch. They have very entertaining videos of explaining certain opinions on things. They do a lot of food topics, which I don't know why it's so interesting to watch 2 men talk about food and eat food that they shouldn't be eating.
Yeah.
But also they grew up in North Carolina, kind of like in the same area we grew up in, and like...
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They both grew up in church like we did. So very relatable. They're just very, very relatable.
They're pretty funny
to listen.
as well.
They're very funny to listen to. They kind of remind me of us in a way. I know our content's completely different from their content.
Yeah.
But in terms of, friendship and comedy, it's very easy to relate to them.
Yeah.
So that's the YouTubers I watch the most.
I don't know if there's like a specific one that I watch the most. Because my YouTube is just like kind of like what I find interesting to watch.
Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place too.
Shoot, Caterpie hatches freaking fast.
Like for Good Mythical Morning, I'll even listen to the podcast. So for them, I feel like I have to give that slot to them.
Yeah,
Guys, I don't listen to anybody else's podcast other than Mike's. Subscribe to Mike on Spotify.
There you go.
Shout out, buddy.
I don't know. There's I don't know, because like with my YouTube, I usually just like keep refreshing the page until I find something interesting to watch.
Oh wow.
I have been watching a lot of like Minecraft videos lately though, because we've gotten
back popping up a lot for me as well.
We've been getting back into Minecraft with a group of our friends.
I really like the realistic looking Minecraft videos. I just went to the house.
Oh, that's shaders. Great. Yes.
But there's this video called like Realistic Minecraft. I think he does a whole channel based off Realistic Minecraft.
Yeah.
But the texture, he zooms in and like it looks like real life texture on cubes. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
The first Minecraft YouTuber that pops into my head is his name is WadZ. He does like a lot of hardcore Minecrafts where if he dies he loses his world. And he just makes like epic builds. There's so many talented people out there. So yeah, that I guess that's the first thing that comes up to me. Like I found him like fairly recently, but I enjoy his content a lot.
Okay. What is your favorite evolution? That is from Silverhawk YouTube on Twitter. Also has a YouTube channel. Go check him out.
Yes. What's your favorite evolution? Is it Glaceon?
Nope.
No, it's
Glaceon's my second favorite.
It's Sylveon.
Sylveon's my first favorite.
I remember now. It's Sylveon.
Very good stats. Very good moveset. Love the ability Pixelate. It has disarming voice, hyper voice, so it works really well with Pixelate. when it comes to competitive, most evolutions don't make it. But Sylveon is always top in there. Good shiny. There's just so many reasons to love Sylveon. So yep, that's my number one. Don't have to put too much thought into that.
What's mine?
Your favorite. Espeon.
Yep.
Because it is one of your top favorite Pokemon.
It is Espeon.
Espeon's awesome.
I've loved Espeon.
Good stats.
How long have I loved Espeon? Because I didn't play Gen 2. It wasn't in Gen 3. I've loved Espeon since like Heart Gold and Soul Silver era.
Yeah.
So, because I used it on my team when we played. And I don't know. I love her so very much. Sylveon is a close second for me. I also love Glaceon. Vaporeon, of course.
Vaporeon I really like. Umbreon has moved to my third favorite.
Because of Arceus?
Because of Arceus.
Yeah, buddy.
Its stats are freaking good. I love its super high defense.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the only reason your Staravia survived as long as it did.
Yeah.
Because I mean that thing was.
Listen,
it's an absolute tank.
I preserved my Staraptor so much, just so you wouldn't lose that Umbreon.
That thing was so good. So yeah, Sylveon, Glaceon, then Umbreon.
Here's a question.
And then Vaporeon, and then the rest are kind of like all equal.
Here's a question. What's your least favorite?
I hate to do this.
Why is it Flareon?
I hate to do this to Flareon. But they fixed him now, kind of.
Yeah.
But for so long.
But now, like, you kind of don't want to use him.
Yeah, it's because I've used him more in the Pokemon trading card game than anything else.
I think my least favorite would be Leafeon.
Yeah, Leafeon's kind of on the same level for me too.
I don't know, it's kind of up there. I mean, I've actually used I used it. I think I used Flareon in Gen 6 in X and Y.
But let me talk a little bit about Flareon and
ahead.
why it was unusable. For those who don't know, when they introduced the evolutions, Vaporeon had good HP, Flareon had good attack, and Jolteon had good speed. So they tried to like even it out. Here's the thing, Flareon doesn't have any good physical moves. And it's a physical attacker. So it would only have special attack moves, and its special attack sucked. So they didn't fix that for like 5 generations.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just unusable for 5 generations. So sorry if your favorite's Flareon and you just got left out. They gave it physical moves now, but it's kind of like too late because now I have a bunch of other favorites that were always usable.
Mm-hmm.
So Flareon gets pushed to the back. Leafeon, he also has good attack, but his best move is Leaf Blade.
Yeah,
and you know that's not the best move.
Leafeon just wasn't like very appealing to me. I mean, I love Glaceon so much. I mean, I have no idea why I love Glaceon. I love its cry.
Yeah, and it has good defenses, man. That thing has crazy defense.
Surprisingly, yes. I don't know if I've ever actually used a Glaceon though. It just looks so cool. I love her so much. I used it
on my Soul Silver team, I believe.
Ooh.
Yep, when me and you did that.
Mm-hmm. Lovely.
Oh goodness.
You okay?
Yeah, air trap was in me.
I hate when I have air traps in me.
Air trap was in me good. All right.
What's next?
Steelic X. He asked another question. This one's on Twitter. The other question was on our actual YouTube video.
Ooh.
So double question for this guy. He said, "Excited for your next Q&A video. I'm not sure if I asked this yet. Let me know if I did. I'll think of a new one. What are your thoughts on terrestrial Pokemon?" We already answered that. And okay, it's the same question. He was just asking it again, just in case we didn't see it on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't notice that when I was screenshotting these.
Go back about 40 minutes.
Yeah, there's your answer. Jasic on Twitter says, "What is your favorite video that you have made?" Okay, so for me, it's between 2 favorites.
Okay.
Egg video where me, Mike, Kayla, and you are listing our our favorite Pokemon of every type.
Yeah.
That is such a fun video. We talk about your guys' opinions, and it was just so fun because we made a game out of it, trying to guess what everybody's favorite Pokemon was. A lot of us got it wrong. I won. I point that out.
Because Mike did the score wrong.
No, I corrected him in editing.
I still would have lost, but
you gained
not as bad.
You gained like 2 extra points, I think, from Mike's bad scoring and me fixing it.
I wouldn't have lost.
You're welcome.
Too bad.
Yeah. It's between that and there's a card video.
Ooh.
We did. It is one. It's called we pulled Mew VMAX, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's us in the car doing an unprofessional box opening.
Oh, it's that one.
That we got from Aldi. We got all our cards from Aldi. You are like hyped up for some reason.
Me?
Like, yeah. There's a part in the video where you bonk Mike's forehead and slap him twice for no reason, out of context. You and Mike both goof me, saying, "Oh yeah, you got a really good card," and because I can't see my card, I'm holding it up to the camera, and I had to guess what it was, and it was just a normal Crobat, like a very disappointing hollow Crobat.
we got him good.
Yeah, so both of them goofed me.
Yeah.
That whole video was entertaining.
Yeah.
So it's between those two. What's your favorite that we made that you can remember? Oh, the Pokemon Go videos are really good too. I really love those.
I really did enjoy the favorite Pokemon shiny egg hunt thing that we did. That was very fun. That was probably my favorite shiny race video. We filmed. I don't know if this is gonna be out yet. The finale.
Wow, you're gonna say the finale of Arceus was your favorite?
It was. I mean, it was probably my either the finale of Arceus or a video came out today where we catch all the legendaries. So hopefully you guys have already seen that. If
that
not,
video comes out next week. This video comes out the week after. So this video comes out right after the finale.
Oh, okay.
So you're talking about the finale or the legendaries?
It's between those two.
Okay.
For
the legendary video was pretty good.
Because there was just some. It was an emotional episode.
I pointed this out to him like multiple times today, but there's a scene.
It was a very scary
where
scene.
I'm fighting a level 30 Fion, and like he's like concerned about it. He's like, "Well, I didn't think Shaman was gonna beat one of my Mon, but here we are." And I'm like, "It's level 30,"
and he tried to catch it as this all was happening, and it broke out. And in Legends Arceus, when a Pokemon breaks out, more than likely it'll raise its stats.
Angry.
It'll become enraged. So it'll raise like its some of its stats. And he said that it's level 35. I'm more than double its level. As it like became enraged, and
it just zooms in on his face and goes, "It's enraged!
It's enraged!"
Level 30 Fion, the weakest legendary, the weakest mythical.
And then I said something. It's again another one of my favorite one-liners I've said out of context. I'm like, "Be careful! It's using bubble."
Yeah, directly after.
So that scene and
that was a fun video. We lost 2 members in that, but it was like this
goodness.
long montage of us catching every legendary while listening to electro jazz music, which I really thought was fun.
And then we also filmed the finale of Legends Arceus.
And we got 5 shinies in that video too.
We did.
Watch that.
Not the finale, the
legendary video. Yeah.
But we filmed the finale of Legends Arceus today, and it was a great video.
Yes. Big satisfying.
You guys should go watch it to figure out if we win or lose that series. But really near the end of the video, it was a roller coaster.
Yeah. Oh my god, for both of us.
Like, are we gonna make it out or not of this battle?
I mean, I was getting hurt. Arceus just wanted to keep on surprising me and pushing me to my wit's end.
So to find out what we're talking about, go check it out to see if we beat Arceus or not. 'Cause it was a fun time. It was a good series.
Very fun. Glad we did that.
Oh yeah.
Good first Soul Link. I'm so excited to do more.
I'm really trying to think of like my absolute favorite video we've done. I do enjoy the Pokemon Go videos, especially this recent one. Was it the Rock and Roller one?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just like, get on
my level. Yeah, you were like, What do you mean I make snarky comments? And I made sure to put that scene directly after. Get on my level.
My favorite part was you followed my hand.
Yeah.
You followed my snap with the camera. That was my favorite part.
I've gotten a lot better at editing. Like, I'm very proud about that. I can't wait to do that in more beach videos soon.
Yes. I also my favorite video. I don't know my absolute favorite video. I guess I'll say the favorite list of Pokemon from the Egg Shiny race.
Okay.
Because, I don't know, we both said, like, the Shiny race is our favorite series to film. Probably it's just because it's the most interactive series we have.
Yeah.
Where we can talk with you guys can talk to us.
It's rewarding because we get shinies. We have a chill conversation. We're interacting with people who like watching us interact with them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a chill, like, late at night series, it feels like.
Yeah.
It's fun.
We need, like, some lo-fi music up in here.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Need to find a new lo-fi playlist. I play Pokemon lo-fi in the background of all these videos. I feel like I should find a new lo-fi playlist.
Do it.
That I should add.
Do it.
I don't know. Shake it up a bit, you know?
What's the next question?
This comes from Cosmic Verse.
Ooh, what a guy.
Interacts with pretty much every topic we bring up.
Yes.
What would you be if you had to wear one Halloween costume every day for the rest of your life? No. 2, what was something you really wanted to do but never had the opportunity to do? So, Halloween costume.
I don't know why. My first thought went to a TikTok I saw fairly recently, like last week. Is this dude? He just had like a long box. Just a long box. And he cut arm holes and leg holes into it. And he got into it. No face. And like the way you open it, like it was sealed on his back. Like it was like taped on his back. It was just no hole or no like face hole or anything. It was just him like, and like he like ran and headbutt things and stuff like that.
Heck?
I don't know why, but I'm like, I want to do this one day. But I'm not saying that's my answer.
I'm gonna suggest something more comfortable. I kind of like Star-Lord's outfit look. I love his jacket and like black pants.
Hey,
I could wear that all day, or I could wear like a Doctor Who outfit where it's like a
I got that
trench coat.
Star-Lord outfit for you if you want to.
I let you use my jacket that one day because you were Star-Lord last year.
Yes, last year my church had a trunk or treat, and me and a group of people, we decided to have a Marvel theme, and we were going to be characters from the MCU. I decided to be Star-Lord, so I hopped on Amazon, bought a great looking Star-Lord outfit. Like, it had a little blaster and a mask and everything. I had the whole 9 yards. The outfit didn't come in on time. It didn't. The jacket, the pants, none of it. I had the blaster, and my favorite part about that was I had like a little cassette player.
Yeah,
Tape.
I remember that.
A little Walkman. I love that thing. I had the mask, I had the blaster, I had the Walkman, but I didn't have clothes. So I'm just like, oh frick, I don't know what to do. And then I remembered he had a jacket, like a long jacket that went down to like
I just so happened to have a leather red jacket with black outlines that looks just like Star-Lord's jacket.
It looked exactly like it. My thought process was the ones I bought were going to look like him from the second movie. But the one he had, it kind of looked like it was the first movie. So it worked out. I'm very happy it did. It looked great.
It did look good.
And then like a week later, the outfit came in for me. So
yep.
And now
even use it.
And now it's just been sitting in my closet the entire time.
Well, you just wear it every day. Make that your daily costume.
I don't know. I kind of want to do something obnoxious that'll like get on everyone's nerves, like a big old whoopee cushion.
This is for the rest of your life. You really want to be known as the whoopee cushion guy?
I don't know. I feel like it would cause chaos, and I'm all about chaos.
I feel like it would just depress you eventually. Like the first 2 months, you'll be like, haha, this is so funny.
And then I realize I can't go into buildings.
And then it's like, what have I done?
I can't go into.
I'm now the whoopee guy.
The whoopee guy.
Everybody knows me as the cushion. So, what was something you really wanted to do but never had the opportunity to do? Make an animation about medieval idiots. I've wanted to do that since high school.
For those who don't know, Medieval Idiots is a story that he and I made. It was kind of based around the game Skyrim. To where like we were like kind of the main characters. We all met in an orphanage, and we just go on adventures throughout the land, fighting bad guys and winning in unconventional means. Like kind of accidentally.
Yeah, the full plot is already made. Like
Yeah.
the scenarios, situations, the characters we meet, all of that is like ready to go. But I wanted it in animation form, and I wanted to get into animation, but when you're old, you don't have time.
Yeah.
I have a 40-hour job, and then on top of that, I'm editing. I have to at least edit 4 videos every single week to keep up with the schedule. I try to edit more than that. I always try to be ahead of the schedule. I just don't. I don't ever have the time, and it's like I don't want to throw out my social life to dedicate another hobby that I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's too much. If we didn't have full-time jobs and somehow had a passive income, we could do other stuff like animating, working on the games that we're making for each other. Just more time to do things. So yeah, thanks for making me a little depressed, Cosmo Burst.
I'd say for me, I think I would have really loved to like really work on like those stories. I was working like my Sorcerer story and Raisin the movie, the book.
We both have that creative part of us that we're like, I just want that to be a thing so badly. I feel like that's the thing that we're most passionate about is our creative side.
Like my Sorcerer story, that was my pride and joy back in the day.
You put a lot of effort in that.
There was so much detail into it.
You put a lot of work in the beginning. I remember reading that for the first time. It was
like the first like story I made to like try to make it look professional. So like anytime anyone spoke, it would like go down to the next line and like have their saying.
Yeah.
I tried to make it as professional as I could, as like a senior in high school could. I mean, I did it in Word document on my laptop, my old laptop, and I had like the first chapter done, and like it was 24 pages long, something like that. Which, I mean, it's not really.
This was the laptop you broke, right?
Yes, it was on my old laptop, which broke. Like the screen got demolished, and I had no way to like use it. I did find out a way. I just hooked an HDMI into my laptop and into my TV, and I could use it again.
I remember you talking about going to a professional. I don't know if you ever did this, but me and you were talking about it, and you and you had this fake conversation with him. You're like, okay, I need you to go in here and save Raisin the movie, the book. Another story that he was working on.
I need to get Raisin the movie, the book. Oh my gosh, but I eventually did get a new laptop, and I was able to transfer those 2 stories to my new laptop. So they're on my laptop right now, actually. So I have them saved in case I ever go back to them.
You probably will. You usually do go back to stuff.
True. And because I still have like my Sorcerer story, I still have it like in my mind. I know like the key parts still.
Yeah.
So I would love to go back, because like it was gonna be like a 5-part series kind of thing. And
all like, our problems would be solved with money.
Money and time. Money and time. I need
time. If you have money, you have all the time in the world.
I don't trust anyone to write the book for me, so I don't want to pay anyone to write the book for me. I'd pay someone to go to job for me. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish
there's a lot of projects I would pay people for if I had money.
Yeah, like I would have loved to finish that book. I would have loved to go back to it because it was so fun writing it. And I love like having you and like other people read it as well, because like with our stories that we make, we kind of like include each other like as characters in the story, and like me, him, and our friend Mike, we will like kind of like the main three, and our friend Tiny, we kind of like the main 4 in the Sorcerer story series. So we all had like characters and like different powers in that story.
My guy's name was Thomas.
You were Thomas. So it was just so fun because like again, it's just like a creative mind just exploding like right in front of you. It's so fun to do. So I wish I could go back and finish that.
Yeah, so we both wish we could go back and work on stories that we had.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just there's something so appealing to the creative process and having your work out there and having it be liked from others.
Yeah. Because like with you and I, like we work well together because you're creative in like a physical way.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm creative more in like a detailed kind of way. To where like I feel like if we were to work like on a game, like you would design like, background and building whatnot, and I would like work on the story and whatnot.
Yeah, we'd be a great
like
team
we could talk about like what we could want, but you'd handle more of the physicalness of it, and I'd do the detailed interior stuff, you know.
A big thing I'm passionate about is videos too, and I'm glad that we've had, you know, YouTube projects in the past and also in the present doing this. You know, I'm glad that we are making content because content is something I've always been a big fan of, and I'm glad we're doing at least one of our hobbies that I'm really passionate about doing.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next comment.
Let's do that.
We got 2 more questions.
Okay.
Any hopes for Scarlet and Violet that haven't been confirmed or denied yet? Level scaling hasn't been confirmed or denied yet.
I do hope for a good multiplayer experience.
Yeah, I hope it's not tedious like Sword and Shield was.
Yeah, because I feel like all we've seen all I've seen is just what was revealed in the trailer. Like when multiplayer was actually revealed, to where like the 4 of them were like in the same area, and then they all like ran off in separate directions. That's really all I've seen.
Yeah.
And of course, like the raids and stuff, which I don't really count that because it was in Sword and Shield.
I mean, me and you will do it together. But
yeah,
like
we'll raid together, but
it's not like a big thing. I mean, we raid together on Pokemon Go all the time. It's just a casual experience.
Yeah, like I like what I want is like for us to be in the same server, I guess, running around the world. Just
I'll tell you what would be cool. Actually, there's a few things that haven't been confirmed or denied yet that I would actually really like. First thing is a difficulty setting. Because I want that on the hardest setting. I don't care. Put every Pokemon at like level 50 out the gate. I don't care. Just make it freaking hard. Give me a difficulty setting. Yeah. Anything. So that's a big one that I would want first. This is another feature I just now thought of, but I think it would be kind of cool. Being able to battle with your friend in the multiplayer area and being able to do double battles with people. Like CPUs.
Because
like they send out 2 Pokemon, and then me and you are like a team and throw out. Let's like limit ourselves. Let's say we only can use 3 Pokemon within the battle.
Yeah, so it's still like a 6v6.
I feel like that would be really fun.
Yeah,
like double battling all the time. That'd be cool, and that'd be great for a series as well. Like doing a double battle for every single battle.
Yeah,
I feel like that'd be great. That'd be fun.
Like there's like a co-op mode.
Yeah.
What I also want is a story branching. That's what I want.
Story branching.
Yeah, like
explain.
I guess
detail.
Like there is like you have the main story, but there was some things that could like change the story, in a way.
Oh, okay. So you mean like alternate paths?
Yeah,
and
like
storytelling.
I guess like the best way you could do that is just like with the gyms.
Like what team do you choose?
Yeah, like I guess like just like with the gyms. Like you can go to the ice gym first.
I think they're gonna do that. I think they're going to make it to where you can go to do any gym in any order. They all have their main ace, but the level scaling depends on how many badges you have. I feel like there is gonna be level scaling, which that hasn't been confirmed or denied yet either. But I'm pretty confident there's going to be level scaling if this game is truly open world.
If it really is free roam and stuff like that, then there should be level scaling.
It doesn't make sense.
Ah! Hey!
I got a shiny!
I'll say the only reason why I know it was because of the sparkles that came out. That's the only
Yeah, the
reason
sparkles
why.
are very noticeable.
That's the only... I don't think I would have been able to tell.
I'm under odds again.
Shit!
I'm testing my luck.
Get another one.
Oh, wow. Right here at the end of the video.
Get another one. 2 in a row. I'm gonna get one too. Just paint it yellow.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll make sure to do that.
Just make the whole screen yellow.
Oh, wow. Those sparkles are very noticeable. That's really cool. Oh, wow. I didn't think I was going to get another shiny. I didn't think I was going to get it in a Q&A.
Shoo!
Oh, nice.
I'll get one too, don't worry. I'll try to get it too.
Oh, wow.
What do you name it? Burb? That's what I name my Pidgeys.
Burb. Burb. I don't know yet.
Just Burb.
I like to put a lot of thought into my names. One day I need to just go through the names of all the Pokemon. What's next in my list? Is it Raticate? Raticate's a pretty noticeable shiny as well.
Yeah, it's a...
Rattata is pure green, and Raticate
yellow.
is like red.
Freaking mustard yellow is what it is.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
Wow. What were we talking about
Gen
on
9.
Scarlet and Violet?
Gen 9, like, multiplayer about Scarlet and Violet.
What specifically?
Like, branching stories, level scaling.
Oh, yeah. I feel like it'd be stupid if they just had, like, this area is all level 5 Pokemon.
Yeah.
But don't go over here. That has level 30 Pokemon.
Yeah, like...
So that's not free realm. That's... you have to stay in this path until you're strong enough to go to that path. And then you have to go to that path, and then, you know.
I mean, technically, you think of, like, Genshin. Like, there were some areas where there was some high-level things. But it was still, like, a great portion of the world you could go to. I also want this game to be huge.
Yes,
I want it to be huge.
I want it to be freaking big.
Yeah. I don't
the
want
Isle of Armor, those levels were pretty big.
They were.
I'm thinking it's going to be like that, but times 5.
Like, I want to run
least.
in direction for 10 minutes, and there'll still be land.
Yeah. I want to take 80 minutes to get from one side to the other side.
Oh.
80 minutes is how long it takes from you to walk to one side of Skyrim to the other side, for those who don't know. Sorry, I'm, like, really obsessed with Skyrim. I know everything there is about Skyrim.
Yeah, I want this world to be huge. Like, I don't want it to feel compact. Yeah, really the big thing with me with Skull and Violet is just the multiplayer aspect.
I'm more interested in difficulty, and I'll go with you. I do want a big map. I want the game to take forever to complete. Give us some really hard challenges. I really care about difficulty.
Yeah.
I really don't want to beat this game in a week.
Like, we are at that point.
Yeah.
We are at the point. We are at the point of difficulty. We are at the point of...
You can make the game easy for kids. Just put the default on easy mode.
It's an easy mode.
And then, like, maybe get through the tutorial and then say, hey... Or just put it in the settings at the very bottom so you can toggle it on and off. Kids don't go in the settings if you want them to be safe from the
like, put it in
dangerous,
put
hard
it in the
difficulty.
Intro. Put it in the intro.
You can do that. Like, I feel like it's not hard.
It's not.
It really isn't.
All you gotta do is change some numbers around and you're good.
Last comment. This is from Shadow. What is... Yep. Well, it's a cat drinking soup and crying about it.
Close enough.
What is your favorite evolution line, and what is your favorite Pokemon typing? So, we already talked about... Oh, not evolution. Favorite evolution line. Okay, I got mine. Mine's pretty...
That's a question.
I specifically had this Pokemon as my favorite so much because of its evolution line. Porygon, yes. Porygon is a computer man-made Pokemon. Very interesting Pokemon, only one that's like that. And then its second evolution is a literal upgraded version of Porygon, where they sharpen the edges, or, smooth out the edges. Made all of its stats even, like they really wanted it to be a good, decent Pokemon. And then the third, the final evolution, someone took a dubious disc, hacked the original project's Pokemon, turned its special attack all the way up, and screwed up its other stats. And now, when you look at Porygon Z, it's all glitchy. It's not Porygon 3 because it was hacked. It's Porygon Z. And it's like very obvious why they chose that letter instead of a number. I love the idea of it being a project. it being upgraded, and then someone hacking it and trying to make the ultimate Pokemon, and then it just being a glitched out little booger. I love that evolution line. So what is your favorite evolution line? That's kind of a hard question to ask if you're not It's a hard question to answer if you're not prepared for it.
The first thing that came to my mind was Inkay to Malamar.
It's very interesting how you evolve it. That's why
it takes like outside resources to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not thinking of any other Pokemon that does that.
That's the only one that does that.
To where like
Alchemy, in order to evolve it, well, no, you don't. It's not an outside resource. You have to spin in the game.
Yeah, like this is something you have to do like in real life.
I don't think they're gonna add spinning in future titles. So I really wonder how they're gonna make it evolve in the future. Because they're not gonna add the spinning mechanic in every game because they barely put it in this game. So it's very strange.
Just don't add alchemy.
No, I love Alchemy so much. I'm gonna be so sad if it's not in the next game. I really am. I love Alchemy. This game really, not this game. Sword and Shield made me really love Alchemy.
So I also love the how like Dino evolves, where like I think it's like because like it's German, like I think Die means one. Well, something like, and like Zwei means two, and Hydra means 5 maybe. I don't know if that's like a
Hydra
thing.
meant 6.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not educated in my German. I do know Hydreigon is German.
Hydreigon.
Hydreigon. That's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Hydreigon.
Oh my gosh, I just like the fact that it just grows heads.
No.
You've
I've really done it.
You've just gone and done it.
I'm gonna lose all my money.
But I will say, I'll say Inkay, because it's so unique, and it's kind of only to that Pokemon. Because I can't think of anything else that requires like a physical thing that you yourself have to do, not in game.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting, and it's fun. It's fun to do.
Okay. And the second question to that question is, what is your favorite Pokemon typing? Now, this is a very interesting question.
Are we talking about a legit Pokemon typing that has been done?
We can choose a typing that hasn't been done yet, like sound type.
I mean, I'm talking about like the types that are in existence, like not like make a new type. I'm saying like, because Fire Water hasn't been done. Yes, it has.
Well, you're talking about dual typing. I feel like that's too complicated of a question. If someone asks us what our favorite dual typing is, then we can answer that question. But I think he's just
talking
wanting
about generic typing.
Yeah. What is your favorite Pokemon typing?
Okay.
Let us know if you want us to talk about our favorite dual typing combinations. That could be its own video if we make it like a certain way. But
favorite overall typing.
Okay, so here's the interesting thing. I've noticed this in my favorite Pokemon that I shiny hunt for and catch. I didn't intend for this to be the most common typing I go out for, but the most common I go for is ghost types. Drift Blimp, Chandelure, Delmise, Benneat. I have a lot of favorite ghost types. Like I said, it's not because I just love ghost. It's just subconsciously I know I'm drawn to a lot of ghost designs.
Yeah.
So I guess my favorite would be ghost. I also notice I use ground a lot. Ground is a very common one.
I'm torn. I don't know.
I mean, me and you both like to keep our teams balanced, but I'm sure there's one category of Pokemon that you like, that you have a favorite of. Because I try to make an all fire team at one point. I'm like, I don't really like a lot of these fire Pokemon. I like Ninetales. I like Salazzle. Those are like the top. Those are the top 2 fire Pokemon that I use, other than Charizard. But I use a lot of Ghost.
Yeah. I don't know. Dog type is kind of like the first thing that popped in my head. I like a lot of dog type Pokemon.
Okay, name a few.
Weavile, Hydreigon, Crocodile. I do like Umbreon.
Yeah.
Even though I call it Dumbreon.
Mhm.
Oh, what else? What's the oh my god. I forget. Why am I forgetting this?
Zoroark?
No, well that's cool too. No, it's the
Malamar.
obnoxious one to get.
That's a dark type?
Yes.
Is it just dark?
No.
What's the second typing?
Ghost.
Dark and Ghost.
No weakness.
Spiritomb?
Yes. Holy crap.
How do you forget that one?
I don't know.
They make that hard to get in everything.
The name just escaped me.
It's hard to get in Pokemon Go. It's hard to get in Legends Arceus. It's hard to get in Diamond and Pearl. They really like keeping that Pokemon hard to get.
I think I said Weavile. Anyway, I like a lot of dog type Pokemon. Let's see. I mean, I'm not gonna say dragon because
I only know. I know you really like Hydreigon, but
like I love Hydreigon.
Duraludon.
I love Haxorus. I mean, Duraludon is cool and all, but like, I don't know.
Drampa, you got a shiny Drampa.
Grandpa.
I know you love Drampa.
Grandpa. I'll say dog type.
Okay,
I'll say dog type.
that's a good type.
I'm gonna say dog type.
That's a good type.
I'll do dog type. Dog type. Dog.
Weakness, fighting, and bug. I mean,
I could beat you. That's why I chose it.
you could kill a Heracross.
Hmm?
What?
I could get killed by Heracross.
Yeah, you could.
I can get killed by a lot of things.
All right, so we're done with our Q&A. I'm glad we got to find a shiny in this video. That's pretty exciting for a Q&A.
I don't know about this Wii business.
Well, I mean, you found 2 shinies in the last video. To be fair.
To be fair, it was overdue.
That's another name you could have gave Rent.
Overdue.
Yeah, just name it Overdue.
I could. Anyways, I'll finish hatching this batch.
And I'm just going to get these in a better spot. Thank you guys for watching. If you have questions that you want answered, leave them down in the comments below.
And in 10 episodes from now, we're going to come back to another Q&A.
Yep, we're going to do it every single 10 episodes. We have a lot of fun doing this.
So I hope you guys are excited for episode 30.
Woo! What number is Rattata?
You have 3 starter. You have the Bulbasaur line.
3, 6, 9, 12,
15,
16, 17, 18. I'm on Pokemon number 19.
19 and 20.
We are moving down.
How do you feel?
If we were doing this, if we were doing every single Pokemon of the line, like Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur,
I'd still be
this shiny hunt would take forever.
It would.
Like
The living decks.
I feel like, yeah, which I don't think we're gonna film the living decks. Like, we'll shiny hunt on our own time if we want to do a living dex. But I feel like this system works very well for what we're doing. Just a final evolution of every single line.
I would love to do a living dex. I want to do it with different methods.
Yeah, I'm gonna transport some Legends Arceus shinies over into the living decks, Pokemon Go shinies into the living decks.
I do want to do full odds hunts. Like, I may go to, like, Leaf Green and Fire Red to get, like...
Ooh, what would you shiny hunt in Leaf Green?
Maybe try to get a shiny Vaporeon.
Okay.
Even though, like, I'm gonna have it in Arceus. In Legends Arceus. Well, yeah, like, try to shiny hunt the starters. Like, try to play through with, like, the Kanto starters in Kanto. And, with as much as I love Mudkip, I've never had a shiny Mudkip.
Wow.
Never had a shiny Mudkip. But it sucks because the Gen 3 RNG is, like, jacked up. I don't know why it's so weird. I can't explain it because I'm not small in that way.
Yeah, it is weird.
And especially like with the battery has run dry. Time-based events, so like that makes
yeah,
it to where,
that
like,
happens to my Emerald game.
So like the time-based events, so I guess
so
you
if
can't
I
get
ever,
shinies.
Yeah, if I ever shiny hunt in that game,
Gonna have to fix that, Joker.
Wait, does it just not let you get shinies at all?
I think so because
Really?
Because remember, like, you gave me your DS so I could shiny hunt Groudon in Ruby because I needed it for my Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, so I can get Wazzaquaz. And apparently, I can't shiny hunt for it in there because of the battery has run dry or something like that.
That's so weird.
I think I could be wrong. I'll look into it.
I understand that, and
I'll look into it, but because I should still be saved in front of Groudon, but after I did like 300 encounters for it.
Jeez, that is annoying. All right, guys, thank you for watching. As always, I'm Drew.
I am the Raisin.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye-bye.